However, make no mistake, you are waking up. March 30, 2014. When are we to awaken? That is the question we are constantly being asked, and our answer to you is that awakening is imminent. And of course that is the answer that has been offered to you very frequently over the last few years, some of you might even say over the last few decades. For you it is frustrating, disappointing, and, at the very least, most confusing, because it seems to have been going on for so long. You believe that here in the spiritual realms we have foresight, insight, and information unavailable to you, and you expect us to be able to give you positive and meaningful answers to that persistent question, when? But it is you who are in the process of awakening, it is you who have taken the collective decision to do so, and, therefore, it is you who are setting the pace. We watch you and delight in the progress that you are making. It seems that the moment is about to arrive, and then something untoward and unanticipated distracts you from the task in hand, and momentarily you slip more deeply back into that state of sleep from which it is your resolute intention to awaken. However, make no mistake, you are waking up. But it seems to many of you that you are not, or certainly not quickly enough, as you view the wars, the crimes, the intense poverty, and the suffering that plagues humanity. However, all that you see throughout the world that is not in alignment with love is of the illusion, and has been present from its beginning. What you see is not new, not strange, not unusual, it is, as you might say, business as usual, for the illusion is a place of separation and justifiable distrust because people continue to betray one another with predictable consistency, as they have done for eons. Nevertheless, if you will make a point of observing the enormous changes in attitudes that have occurred in human beliefs and philosophies over the last few decades, you have to admit that business as usual is declining as more and more of you decide that what humanity is presently experiencing just is not good enough. Concern for others, apart from immediate family, and for other races and cultures, and for the planet herself, has been growing exponentially of late, and as a result, action is being taken to correct and repair the damage that has resulted over the eons, and particularly in the last 200 or 300 years, intensifying in the just ended 20th century. And those actions are beginning to bear fruit, which is why, here in the spiritual realms, we are so sure that your awakening is imminent. Because it is you who are, as it were, running the show, it is you who decides when awakening will occur. And it is apparent to us that your intent for it to happen is intensifying in every moment, so that it can be neither prevented nor delayed. And although you are running it, you are only a part of the divine plan for your awakening, set in motion at the moment of your apparent separation from your source by God, to ensure that you could not and would not be lost interminably in a horrific and imaginary nightmare that could only cause you intense and interminable pain and suffering. And, I assure you, that to be aware of God and to be seemingly separated from Him would cause suffering beyond bearing. Consequently, the apparent state of sleep presently enveloping you is also a protection against the inordinate suffering that full awareness of your divine nature would entail while believing yourselves to be separated from Him. God loves you infinitely and eternally, and so He does all in His power, apart from overriding your free will, to reduce and dissipate your pain, fear, and suffering. Turn to Him often during the day, when you go to your quiet inner space where His love can embrace you, and reaffirm your intent for humanity to awaken and depart from the illusion. In so doing, you once more align with His divine will and accelerate your approach to awakening. Remember that while you rest within the illusion, you can and do keep changing your minds and your intentions, not the basic and irreversible collective decision to awaken, but your own individual decisions to do so, as mood swings and distractions weaken your focus on the essential task in hand. When that happens, you effectively meander off the path, or slow down as you watch with shock and horror the hideous activities across the world, so well reported by the mainstream media, that are causing such havoc and suffering for so many unfortunates. As we keep telling you, focus on love. Love is the field in which all of creation has its eternal existence. Anything that is not in complete alignment with love is unreal, although within the illusion it appears utterly and irrevocably real. The illusion that you, the human collective, devised and constructed is alarmingly real to you, because the power of the collective to mask and cloak reality so that it is hidden from you is very strong. That, after all, was the intent when you decided to build and inhabit the illusion. Over the eons many have seen through it but were unable to persuade the majority to look and see for themselves, because most felt themselves to be defined by it, and to see through it, they believed, would lead to their destruction. Once you have seen the light and know that it is permanently available to you, it makes no sense to live in the darkness which is the illusion, but within the illusion much courage is required for you to discard that to which you have become so accustomed and enter into the light. It is too bright. That is the attitude that you have been changing so effectively and rapidly over the last few decades, and you are about to embrace that brightness and enter into it. With so very much love, Saul. Channeled by John Smallman. johnsmallman.wordpress.com